And we are live. What's good, Charles and Mandel Saint? Welcome, welcome. I really want to know podcast. First podcast of the year. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Y'all, what's good, y'all? Happy New Year. I know everybody was like, yo, where were you at yesterday? I was watching college football. Where you think I was, bro? I'm sorry. Sorry. Ain't nobody perfect, man. We all got our weaknesses. And college football is one of my weaknesses, man. So that's where I was. What's up? I hope you guys are well. Um, Today we're gonna talk a little bit about we're gonna stay on this you need game train, right? There's so many dudes out here lacking game. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Not only am I seeing it online, I'm seeing it on YouTube, but I'm seeing it in the trenches. I'm seeing it in the streets for real. And I'm telling you, you gotta have game, guys. It's just no way around it. There's just no way around it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to hone your own skills. Even if you don't want to use it on every woman, you have to be aware because she's using game on you. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. So let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Yes, man. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Shout out to everyone, man. We got brother Mike in the building. What's good, fam? Like W Uncle, man. W to you, man. Thanks for rocking out with me. Thanks for being the day one. We got Jack Black, one of the young knights up in here. Like, what's good, Uncle? What's up with you, bro? I see you. I see you, man. Think about it. This is your year. This is your year, young knight. You about to be in that world of air traffic control, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be it's gonna do it. You're gonna love it. Like we do it live, yes, we do. Yes, we do, man. And yeah, the Rose Bowl, the Rose Bowl was amazing. That Alabama, Michigan, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Alabama was gonna beat Michigan. Just that SEC thing. But because of the portal and because of the way they've kind of switched up how college football does it, there are no more dominant dynasty teams. They're like Alabama, Georgia, Auburn. You know what I mean? They're not Texas. They're not like 15 deep at every skill position, right? Those kids have gone to play at other schools and go ahead and shine. And you look at like Michigan was one of those teams that benefited from that era of just having dynasties. Michigan, Ohio State, USC, UCLA. You just at Stanford, Oregon. They came in on towards the tail end, but they had it too. So now all these kids are just going wherever. They enter the portal and they go where they can play. And it's made college football amazing. That was a really good game. I was down to the wire, both those games. And shout out to Michigan and Washington. That's going to be a good championship game next week. A week from yesterday. That's going to be so it's going to be Monday. That's going to be a really good game. I think Washington is underdog. I don't know, man. I might have to go with Washington. I might even try to put together a little parlay, see what he do. But I definitely like Washington. I like money line. I like but Michigan, hey man. Michigan ain't no joke, man. It's gonna be a good game. Brother D in the building. What's good? Well, Donnie was like, let's go. Happy New Year, peeps. Just the time to listen to the show doing my workout. Yeah. But get that workout in, bro. Get that workout in. As an old dude, I'm back to it, man. I'm back to just the calisthenics and brushing the dust off. And I'm telling you, man, y'all young men, don't stop working out. Don't fall in that trap. Keep on your physical fitness because when you stop and try to start again, it just hurts more, especially as an old guy. Right now, I mean, I can't even do pull-ups right now. I mean, there's something going on in my shoulders. And, it's just like, what do I do? So I got to build up all of the ligaments and all that stuff around in my shoulders so I can just start doing pull-ups again, bro. Like it's crazy. So make sure y'all stay in the gym. Brother Mike, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Oh, shoot, we got Detroit in the building. Say Viper J in the house. What's good, bro? What's good? Welcome. Happy New Year's. Good to see you, brother Viking Paradigm in the building. What's good, man? Salute to you, man. It's going to be a good year, bro. Viking Paradigm is going to be a good year, man. I know most of the people in this chat and most of the people who are watching this on Team Replay, Y'all know I be in Miami. All the people who in this business, they got to go through Miami. Miami has become the unofficial mecca of the podcasting world, bro. So if y'all about this world, y'all about this life, want to be a podcast, want to do all this stuff, I'll see y'all in the bottom, bro. I'll see y'all down there in Miami, down in the Dade. You know what I'm saying? So look forward to seeing you down there again. That's Brother and Viking and I. We've been down there. We broke bread. We done had drinks down there in Miami, in Brickell. You know what I mean? That's where it is. Brother Ted's in the building. What's good, fam? Happy New Year to you too, brother. Happy New Year. You know what I mean? Brother Jack is like, yeah, Washington won their quarterback out of my city. I knew him before he went to Tampa Tech. Great guy. Really nice dude. Good leader. Yeah, man, he bounced around a little bit. You talk about the portal. Like he bounced around to have some injuries or whatever, but he landed in Washington. He got snubbed on a Heisman Trophy. There's a lot of people shaking their head like, why didn't this guy win the Heisman? He absolutely should have won the Heisman Trophy. They didn't even consider this dude. They said, oh, well, he came in runner-up. Come on now. The dude is crazy. Brother Pitney's in the building. What's good, fam? Yes, sir. We're live. We're making this happen, man. We're going to talk about what we need to talk about, man. Happy New Year to you too, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all, man. I really do. Everybody in here who's stopping here showing love. Everybody out here on Team Replay watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate y'all checking up on your old unk. You know what I mean? I really do. And we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to collab. We're going to continue to just make it happen. Even though, and this is no joke. I saw this on Rollo Tomasi was doing Rule Zero with all those dudes, and they were talking about the FBI and what the feds are doing, what law enforcement is doing with this type of content, and it blew my mind. I was like, man, that's got to be BS. They were showing a video from that News Nation or whatever, which is extreme right news media platform. And I'm like, man, ain't no way in hell this is true. So I did some research, and yeah, it didn't take a lot of digging either. Yeah, like the FBI, definitely ATF, other federal agencies and local law enforcement, state and local law enforcement are looking into this community. They're looking into the whole incel thing. They're looking into the manosphere, the red pill world. They're looking into it, and they're taking action. So, when you go and let's say you're like King Dre, shout out to King Dre. We're gonna be reacting to a video he put out today, which I thought was really good. I'm like, you know what? I want to start the year out with that. I have been following King Dre ever since I saw him on Fresh and Fit. Seemed like a solid dude. He's here in Tampa. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow this guy. Well, I was watching this video and I went, and sure enough, I wasn't following him. Like somehow I unsubscribed from this brother. And then I start checking on all the other, bigger voices in the community. Lucario, Donovan Sharp, Tomasi, Fresh and Fit, right? And sure enough, I was unsubscribed from all of them. Then I started looking at the other stuff. Like, well, what about the news media outlets that I listen to? What about the sports stuff that I subscribe to? Nope, all solid, all in there. Wasn't unsubscribed from any of that. So there's definitely a push to stifle this type of content, even though I don't consider myself radical by any stretch of the imagination. But the stuff that we're talking about is eye-opening to men, and society really want men to stay asleep, bro. They want them to be asleep. They want them to be the batteries that drive the nation, that drives the economy. They don't want the battery to wake up. They don't want the battery to unplug. And that's just what it is. So just want to throw that out there, y'all. This type of content, man, is getting a lot of attention from law enforcement. Trust me, once upon a time, there may or may not have been, right? How should I say this? Once upon a time, I may or may not have been on the wrong side of the law. And I never got this kind of scrutiny. And we was actually out there doing it. You know what I mean? So you look at what's going on with the red pill. It's like, what are they doing? And I get it. Like the FBI is really worried about active shooters, and they're really worried about the lone wolf kind of thing. Those guys who just kind of, you know what I mean? They fall down the wrong rabbit hole. They get into an echo chamber, and then they act on some of the more wild shit that's out there. I get it. That's where law enforcement is coming from. But they don't know the content, and they don't know how to sift through it. So they just want to shut the whole thing down. They want to shut it all down, which I just think is crazy, man. I think it's crazy. You know what I mean? So we got Brother Vikings, and he's like, yes, sir. My woman got me some new tech for Christmas. Set back my studio plans, but in a good way. Okay, that's cool, bro. Like I said, we wait for you to come on, man. I definitely want to talk to you and Brother Jack, man. We're gonna come in here and talk about the shadow banning and all that, what YouTube is doing and how they're working with whoever they're working with to moderate or to outright shut down some folks. It is what it is. My favorite sailor is in the building. What's going on? Miss Globe Girl in the building. What's good? Happy New Year to you too as well. So it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming to the first show of the year. I appreciate you. I hope all is well on your end. Yo, you Navy people out there making things happen over there in the Mediterranean. I'm pretty sure you're aware of this, but there was a Navy Seahawk took out like 4 Houthi boats that was trying to attack some sort of freighter, and the Seahawk came on the scene, and the Houthi rebels or whatever, where are they from? They're from not Syria. Where are they from? They're from, my bad. I'm because that's a whole other thing. I'm focused on. Shoot, it'll come to me. I'll go downstairs and look at my map. But anyway, they're bad guys. They were doing their thing. They fired upon the Navy Seahawk, and the Seahawk returned fire, scoring 4. They destroyed 4 boats. We had multiple people on board. So I want to say it was around 9 or 10 Houthi rebels that were dealt with. So shout out to the Navy. Y'all keep thinking the Navy a joke until y'all deal with the Navy. You know what I'm saying? And the Marine Corps. And of course, when they send us, they send the paratroopers. It's a whole other kind of thing. But yeah, it's getting crazy over there in the Middle East. I'm definitely gonna be talking about that this year. You know what I mean? Look at Miss Glow. Expect no less from the Navy. Go Navy. Yeah, but we beat y'all ass on the football field this year. Army leads the way, baby. Army leads the way. We finally beat y'all ass. But yeah, go Navy. Do what you got to do, man. You want drama, you want to go up against the Navy if you want to. They're going to deal with you, bro. They're going to deal with you, man. Brother Chris, Smokey has in the building. What's good, bro? Good evening, DL. Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to you too, brother. Appreciate you, man. Happy to be here as always. Always happy to see you, man. Always happy to see you, man. So, yeah, man, we just making it happen. So I know a lot of people have been asking me about the growth on this platform. Like, hey man, we're growing, but we're definitely growing under a cloak, bro. Like I know for a fact that I'm one of the content creators, as small as I am, and I'm like this big in the world of the red pill manosphere. I know that I'm being looked at. You know what I mean? By the algorithms. All this is being done by computers. It's not humans really going in there looking at it like that. The algorithms are flag whoever want to flag, and then they'll narrow that down to whatever, and then humans will look at that. But hey, man, it's the world we live in. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing because I love doing it. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? And we have great conversations over here, like the one we're about to have right now. We're gonna talk about why do rich dudes simp? Why do rich dudes do what they do when it comes to women, bro? You know what I mean? Last good man in Jersey's in the building. What's good, fam? Happy New Year. Say what's up, DL. Open in to drop a like before handling business, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. So why do guys do what they do, man? So rich dudes especially, like why do they do what they do, bro? And King Dre talked about this. He's using DJ Akademiks as a learning tool. So DJ Akademiks is really massive, and he's part of mainstream media. Like he's huge in the hip hop world, and he's really big in the podcasting world. He's interviewed everybody. He can talk to whoever he wants to talk to. He's at that point where he can get the interview that he wants to get. So he has some drama, with some women, his women or whatever, and there was some accusations and stuff like that, and he's kind of like got put into the middle of an investigation. Luckily, the investigation proved that the people making the accusations were lying. So, which is good, but they get in trouble for it. Right? It's like you're doing these things, like you should be held to account, but it is what it is. So King Dre was speaking on this today. And I just thought it was a really good video. I watched it one time, just kind of like listening to it. And I'm like, you know what? Definitely want to react to this because there's some stuff that I definitely wanted to add on to what brother Dre was saying. And you guys, I'm gonna put a link to this video in the description so you guys can watch the whole video, and you can go over to his channel on YouTube and subscribe. Go check this brother is dropping OG game. Just keeping it 100. He's dropping OG game. Now, my thing is, listen, if you don't like it, fine. But if you can, understand what's being said and you can learn from it, that's even better. Like, when we tell people you got to have game, folks get mad and they're thinking, man, you just want to be a player, this and that. It's not about being a player. It's about being aware. So let's get into what was going on with what King Dre was talking about, reference DJ Akademiks.
What's going on, guys? It's your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre, and I'm back off vacation. Let's get it. I had to, take a little chill pill for December. I was still pumping out content, but we back. But today, guys, I want to talk about what's going on with DJ Akademiks, and I'm not going to be here for too long, guys. But first, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you can get this good player-ish fresh off the press. Y'all know my slogan, playerism is the antidote to feminism. Real quick before I get into it, I have a free class coming up on Sunday, January 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to teach you how to get love, respect, and honor out of any woman that you deal with. Click the link that's in the description, the bio, or wherever you see this at. But anyway, let's get into this game.
So right off the rip, man, I like the way he rocks it. You know what I mean? Like, the way he rocks it out, pause. I guess I'm supposed to say that's what you young dudes are saying, right? But anyone who comes up with a course or a class or whatever, and they're not charging for it, it's free. It doesn't hurt to listen, guys. It doesn't hurt. It's one of the things I love about YouTube. I can watch some extreme stuff. It's like, I don't believe in any of that, but I can at least listen and hear what's coming from the other side. I know what they're thinking. And I'm not just talking about with women or feminism. I'm talking about with politics, man. Like, y'all, Lord knows I'm not a Trumper, bro. Y'all know that. I'm not extreme on the right by no stretch of the imagination. But I listen to what they're saying over there, right? I'm watching what they're doing over there. Like when the skinheads post stuff that sometimes get through, or the white nationalists post stuff that sometimes get through on YouTube, I'm checking it out. I want to hear what they got to say. And again, I don't rock with that at all, but at least I know where they're coming from. So it won't be no surprise to me if people start getting out here and acting the way they want to act, right? You're not going to sneak up on me. I'm gonna see it coming. Like, oh, okay, I see what they talking about. All right, yeah, they talking about what's going on down here in Central Florida. All right, bet. Well, let me go ahead and move a certain way. Let me go ahead and be ready. And that is the game of life. The ultimate game is the game of life. I know how men are gonna get treated in family court today. I know how certain people get treated in the legal system. Right, everyone's gonna get treated a certain way in the legal system, but when it comes down to sentencing, man, your bubble has a lot to do with the way you get sentenced. The way you look has a lot to do with the way you get sentenced. The way the police come at you has a lot to do with where you're from and how you move. And how do I know all these things? Some of it's personal experience, but a lot of it just watching my people go through it and reading and watching stuff like 1090 Jake. Watching podcasts like 23 and 1. When I've never been locked up, never been in the system, but I know a lot of people who have been, and being locked up is crazy. And depending on where you get locked up, if you find yourself getting locked up in Cali, bro, it's a problem. Their politics out there ain't no joke. So as opposed to getting locked up in Ohio or getting locked up down here in Florida or getting locked up in Georgia, it's crazy. But I stay abreast on this sort of thing. Like, man, I want to know what's going on. I want to, so I can advise those who might need the advice or might be looking for the advice. You know what I mean? Brother Jason was saying, I don't think it's simping. Technically, it's tricking because some guys are getting that Foxy Brown. Sipping is when you give away your resources and in return you get nothing. Yes, I would argue, and there are a lot of wealthy dudes out there who they start out tricking and then it slides into the whole simp thing. because they're falling for the game on the other side. So women will sit back and let you, there are guys out there who won't hesitate to spend $5,000 to take a woman out for dinner. They won't hesitate to take a woman out on a, $20,000 shopping spree, right? So they might get $50,000 in, and then she'll give him some Foxy Brown. Okay, he got the sex. All right. So in that situation, where did the trick and stop and the simping begin? Right? Because the same woman, if she's into the guy, he don't have to pay a dime. I mean, it is what it is. That's the game. I'm not mad at women who rock like that. I'm not mad at all. But the guy's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? And her friends are all watching. So it's like, I'm not mad, but if you need the game to understand what it really is, right? And I tell people all the time, man, if a woman's really into you, if she's really into you, she'll invest in you, just like guys do. She'll take you out. She'll buy you some shoes. She'll buy you some workout clothes. She'll go grocery shopping and bring it to you. She'll cook for you. She'll do all that. If she's into you, she will not have a problem. She will not hesitate to do those things. She'll come over and instead of you taking her out to the finest restaurant in town, she'll come over and Netflix and chill. A lot of women, you got to damn near force them to come out because once they find the guy that they want, they ain't trying to be out there. They know what it is. They know what it is. Once the woman finds who she wants, man, she ain't trying to do nothing. She wants to be with him. Whatever he says, she's with. Right? So you get into that whole leadership thing. That's how it rocks. That's how it rocks. Now, you got some variants out there. You get some women who they'll find the guy that they want, but they can't keep the guy because they're too alpha, they're too masculine or whatever. You'll have that, but that same woman will still be investing in that guy. She'll be buying lunches and buying clothes for him and paying for trips and all that. She'll still do it. So again, you still need that game. But the dudes without the game, they got the money and they think it's a cheat code. And if your goal is to, get that Foxy Brown, I guess it is a cheat code to an extent, but she's not gonna respect you. She's not gonna want to be with you. And it's everything you do with her is going to be transactional. And I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. So there's the thing. Brother Dusto's in the building. What's good, man? Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year. So let's continue.
DJ Akademiks has been in the headlines on these YouTube streets and on social media because it recently came out. I don't want to say that it came out, but he's been having trouble with his ex-girlfriend, and the ex-girlfriend tried to expose that a year and a half ago he had some chick raped at his house. Now, the reason that the ex-girlfriend did this was because she was salty. Now we'll say that the police did an investigation. They raided his house, took the cameras, and they concluded that the girl was not raped. What happened was the girl that he was dealing with. Now, the ex wasn't saying this about her. She was saying it about somebody else that he was dealing with. So somebody else that Akademiks was dealing with came to his house after a party. He got drunk and then got a train ran on her by two of his friends. And so
there you have it right there. So I've met Ak a couple times through Myron and Fresh, through Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? Shout out Fresh and Fit fam. I've been out like kicking it. You know what I mean? We were out in the streets doing what we was doing in the trenches. And that world can be confusing if you don't have that understanding. Like, you got to know what it is. So you sitting around in a top tier club with bottles and bottles. Like, when I say bottles, man, I'm talking no less than 10, 15 bottles coming to the section. You got everybody looking at you. The DJ shouting you out. Security is around you. Like, they got this layered security. You got security at the table with you, like your personal people. And then you got the club security, a ring around the section. And then it's another ring around those guys, right? Where you might have some, off-duty law enforcement or whatever. So it's tons of security. Every woman in the spot is checking out that table, even if they don't know who you are. There's a lot of people out here who they don't know who DJ Akademiks is. Because he moves in a different world and they may not be a part of that world. But they in the club, right? They on the yacht. They're at the mansion party. And like, who is dude? And they all want to, if it's only for curiosity reasons, like, man, who are you? Like I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to me trying to figure out who the hell I am. How did you get back here? How are you? Who are you, bro? they really want to know. Beautiful women. They just come up like, yeah, man, just excuse me. I'm just wondering, like, so who are you? And of course, I mean, that's enough for me. Like, oh, you got curiosity? It's on. I'm gonna start up a conversation. We're gonna do whatever is gonna happen. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But I'm aware of what's going on, and I'm in my correct frame of mind. Like, I'm not sloppy with it. You know what I mean? And I'm looking around. I've already seen, like, I see the women coming. I see them. You'll see them over at somebody else's section, or you see them by the bar. You'll see them talking to some bouncers. You'll see them talking to the bottle girls. It's just a matter of time before they make it over. Fine. They dimes. So DJ Akademiks is in that world. He's in that world. And I'm not sure that he has the kind of game that top tier dudes do, like someone like Fresh. He certainly doesn't have the same kind of game as Fresh. Because Fresh, and he ain't drinking. He in there, he watching, he doing everything the way it's supposed to be done. He's taking his time. A lot of dudes, man, they just like, man, I'm trying to get it. She's got a fatty. I'm trying to get it. You know what I mean? If I could get it to the car, she see I'm in a Rolls Royce. Get it to the penthouse. It's on. A lot of times it's on, but then they make promises too. Like, I'll take you shopping, and they follow up on it. I'll take you here. I'll take you there. They follow up on it. And it's like, that's where the problem lies, because you got women who are coming to see you, not for you, but for what you can provide. And then you running with a group of people. And that's what Brother Dre's about to get into. He's running with a bunch of people that are just, why are they there? You feel me? We're going to get into that in a second. Brother Viker's like, Axe only frame is his money, and he drinks as much as my dad did. Like, yeah. Brother Jason, you was saying the same thing. Like, man, he drinks a lot. Yeah, man. We got Level Up, man, in the building. What's good, fam? Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to you, man. He's like, Happy New Year, Saint 2024, off to a good start. Yes, sir. We are off to a good start, man. We're going to continue to grow, even though there's people out there trying to suppress the content, but we got to just push through it. So let's continue with the video.
She tried to paint it. The ex-girlfriend tried to paint it like, you know, they sexually assaulted the girl or whatever. And so he facing all type of backlash. And I kind of want to chop up game about the situation, because I don't want you guys to be in situations like this. And it's easy to find yourself in a situation like this. And I want to talk about a few of the mistakes that he made. Now, this is no diss to Akademiks. And if you hear this, brother, I'm not dissing you. I'm not disrespecting you. But I want guys to learn from your situation. So, you know, and I want you to learn from it. So hopefully you see this and you don't feel no type of way. I don't even know you like that.
You know, Dre made it clear that he's not trying to dump on Act. Neither am I. Like I said, Act good people, man. And like I say, I'll rock with Act, because I can say one thing about Akademiks. He's loyal. I mean, he's loyal to his dudes. Buying a Fresh, hey, he's loyal to them dudes, man. He won't let anybody pop off at him. You know what I mean? He keeps it 100. I got to give it to him, man. He earned that. But his game's got him in trouble. And like Brother Dre was just saying, it's not difficult to find yourself in the situation today, man. It's not difficult at all. There's a big push for women to do it. I mean, just the legal system is set up to where, bro, you guilty, man. Just because somebody pointed their finger, man or a woman, but especially a woman, when it comes to this sort of thing, like essay and all that, anything that could have happened in the bedroom, whatever, bro, whether you did it or not, the problem is, can you prove it? Do you have the resources to fight it? Just the accusation. Because a case will come down, and what are you going to do? And once you find yourself in the system and you don't have the money like that to get you a top tier attorney, your attorney is going to tell you, like, listen, it's easier we can plead this down to a third degree felony or something like that, or maybe a really high misdemeanor. You pay a fine, and but you got this on your record now, and you got to go around and knock on doors when you move to a new neighborhood. You ain't allowed to be around schools. You got to tell people, like, yeah, I'm a offender. You know what I mean? Because you play it out. And again, you probably didn't do it, but because you play it out, and because of the way the system works, because your attorney will tell you, like, if you want to fight this thing, you're gonna need $300,000. If you got 300 grand, we can go ahead and fight this. If you don't have 300 grand, then this is your probably your best option, but you can do what you want. Mind you, we take this to trial and you lose, you looking at, you know what I mean, anywhere from 5 to 15 years, and you going inside with this on your jacket. So you going in and they gonna say you part of some grape or whatever. And I'm telling you, that's not the kind of time you want to do. You do not want to go into the system with that on your something against women or like that, like a grape thing, a case that you lost, or something dealing with kids, bro. You don't want to do that. That's gonna be tough on you, especially if you're not from that world. It's not like you got help in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in my 50s, if you lock me up and send me into an Ohio institution, there's people I know inside. It's because I grew up there. It's people I know. Right. So at least there's that. Like, all right, I got folks, I can holler, I got people that gonna tell me to holler at this person, people looking for you, they know you, whatever. But still, you in there, you're gonna have to deal with that for the next 5 years to 12 years for something that you didn't even do. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely look into that. You know, XFO, what's good? Happy New Year to you too, bro. Good to see you, fam. RPA, welcome. Never seen you before, but welcome. XFO, I have seen you, man. Well, I get my bad. I didn't give you your respect. There you go. RPA, welcome. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Yeah, I'm definitely I'm impressed with Brother Dre. Like King Dre out here doing his thing, man. Like I say, he down here in Tampa. I'm gonna work hard this year, you know what I mean, to catch up with him. You know what I mean? I talked to Myron. Myron said he the real deal. I hit Myron up like, yo, man, is Dre for real? He's like, man, he the real deal, bro. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna do my best to catch up with him. You know what I mean? If I'm lucky, man, you know, we'll be able to do some sort of collab or maybe do do an event in real life is what I really want to do. I want to do an event with him. And you know, we can break bread on that. And I think it'll be really good. So shout out to you, brother, and shout out to him. Like drop a like. Yeah, please drop a like. Oh, yeah, please do that. Thank you, brother. I'm supposed to always say that. Please like and subscribe. Not just here, but over there with King Dre, Captain Saver, bro. He's doing good work. You know what I mean? Brother Viking Paradigm. Yep, Act was cool when I met him, but he still got things to learn about women and the game. Facts. Like Dre is 1,000% real deal. Met him at the same place I met mine. All right, that's what's up, man. Because I haven't met the brother yet. But like I said, I will. We're gonna make that happen for sure. And what he is teaching is essential. Y'all gotta understand, you don't just have to be a wealthy man to find yourself in these situations. The wealthy dudes can get themselves out of it. But this can happen to a regular dude. Like you could be out in a spot just chilling and have some drunk woman come up to you and she's like all handsy and everything else. And she's like, what's up? You can get this. You can have it right now. What's up? What's up? And you do it. Man, she might wake up the next morning and be like, who are you? She might not remember anything. Start screaming, going crazy, call the police. How you going to prove it? Right now, you got to go back. They got to do a full investigation. Got to go back. Okay, I was at this place. They're going to go get the cameras and they're going to see, which is what happened with Act. They're going to do the investigation. They're going to do it properly. And they're going to see like, oh, man, she was all over you, but there's no audio. But they're going to look at that and be like, nah, man, she did all this. But you still might be looking at a issue if the prosecutor's like, well, she wasn't in her right mind, so she couldn't have given consent because of X, Y, and Z. Man, you just never know how the law is going to work, how it's going to play out in the court of law, right? You just don't know how aggressive the prosecutor is or how bad the prosecutor needs that conviction. And that's what it really boils down to is politics. It's them trying to get promoted as a prosecutor. Right, you might have a judge who's like up for re-election. Like, I need to get some more convictions to show everybody I'm tough on crime so I can get re-elected into this and stay on the bench. A lot of the stuff that goes on in the American legal system has zero to do with the law. Zero to do with the law. And if they catch you and you don't have the resources to properly defend yourself, you got to make a decision, bro. So be very, very cautious. This is on this platform. On this platform, I'm always saying, if you a real one, like if you a true G, like you know what's up, you're a top tier guy, then that means you can say no to a beautiful woman. If a beautiful woman walks up to you, and I would always use like Nina the Pineapple or Bianca or Xena or something like that, if they were to walk up to you and offer it to you like, yo, you can get it tonight. I'm coming back to your hotel tonight, right now. Right? The vast majority of men, 98.8%, I'm just making that number up, but the vast majority of men will not say no. Real Jesus say no. They'll say, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Especially you gotta take into account everything that went down. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Know how to let them down easy so they don't get mad, because women don't like taking L's. Because you can let a woman down and tell her, I'm not going to do this with you, and she can still go to law enforcement and say you did something to her. So this facet of the game is essential for men to understand now, especially now. Since Me Too, this has been a thing, bro. So y'all need to really understand this. You know what I mean? Brother Pitney, he's like, did you see TLA's breakdown of Axe text messages? I did not. It looks like there was enough circumstantial evidence to exonerate him. I did not see that. I'm gonna have to look that up, bro. I'm gonna have to look that up. And Brother Viking Paradigm, I stopped trusting TLA after he lied on his views about what fair use is after he didn't follow it correctly. See, there's a lot of that going on. And like I was saying earlier, am I a huge fan of TLA? No. But I will listen to his take on, especially stuff like this. I will listen to his take. You know, I will. Am I a fan of Pearl from Just Pearly Things content? Not really. But I sat there and talked to Pearl. Like, what's up? We cool. I could sit there and talk to her, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, all right, we can have a conversation. Now, I don't want to film it, but we can have the conversation. And now I was on that hard too. Like, man, I ain't trying to do no content with her. And then Cody is King was like, bro, he hit me up like, hey, man. He was like, don't cut yourself short. Right? Because she might have, like, that might be a good conversation. And that could help people. And I was like, damn, you're right. He was like, you might want to reconsider your thoughts on that. And I'm always like, shout out to Cody as King. You know what I mean? Because that dude has been, he rocks with me. He says it all the time. He's like, he'll come through with information I'm talking about. He'll just hit me up. So shout out to Cody as King. Happy New Year to you, brother, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? But he was right. He was like, bro, he was like, that's an opportunity to learn. I'm like, damn, he's right. So I changed my whole mindset on that. So like next time I bump into Pearl, you know what I mean? We'll talk to it. If it turns into something, then it's on. But it'll be something that could be like a teachable moment sort of thing. And we can kind of get into stuff. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And Brother Jay was like, I'm folding for the pineapple. Like I said, most men will, bro. Nina is beautiful, bro. She's beautiful. But hey, man, she's off the market right now, man. She found some dude she rocking with right now. So I'm happy for her. Shout out to her. She's real happy. She seems to be like, you know, really excited. And I really, truly hope it works out for her. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it works out for her. But yeah, bro, most dudes will. That's a beautiful young woman. Like, you see her online, you see her whatever, her Instagram, but to see her in person, wow, to interact with her, like she's such a sweet person, man. Real talk, she's a sweet person. It is what it is. Brother Tommy's in the building. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? Represent for the West Coast. Level up, man. I'm not a huge fan of Pearl's content, but I respect her hustle. And she seems friendly enough in person. Facts. We were at the same events, same joints. You know what I mean? I saw y'all the next day. The day before we met, Pearl was in the room with Donovan Sharp. It was he was celebrating his engagement. He was going to get married the next day, whatever. So it was a bunch of us in the room, bro. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll save the rest for another time. That'll take us hours to talk about that. You know what I mean? Meeting up with Pearl in our conversation. I did speak on it. I think when I got back from Miami, it's in one of these videos. Brother Viking. Yeah, I talked to Pearl at the CME. She's cool, but she has snakes working for her. I mean, she's just out there, bro. She's just out there. And if Pearl, the way she's moving, if she were a dude, man, she'd have caught a case. Should have caught a case a minute ago. So don't think for a moment that there's not a little bit of privilege out there. You know what I mean? Be it female privilege or be it, you know what I mean, race privilege or what have you. She would have been done caught a case, but you know, I'm glad she hasn't. I hate to see anybody catch a case. Even this thing with Ack, right? The woman who caused all this, the woman who made the initial claims was an ex-girlfriend who was mad that she was an ex. And she just made up a story or said whatever she said. I'm not gonna say she made it up, but she had some information. It's like, you know what? I might be able to use this to make life hard for this dude over here. And that's what she did. When you look at the family law system, you find yourself in family court. Family court is not real court. It is not real court. I got documents I can show you of people lying, committing perjury. I got people doing all sorts of just straight up felonies, and they get away with it in family court. Family court is not designed to be the court of law. Family court is designed to extract resources from one person or the other. And the lawyers are extracting resources from both parties. Right. So it's like it's a different thing. That's why I don't think like we need reform. Family court should not be called court. The judges shouldn't be called judges. They shouldn't have any power like that. It's gonna be a slow change, but it's starting to change. But it's gonna be a slow burn. But it gives the real court a bad name because people come out of family court and go into a real court. Hey, they're facing some sort of, you know, like criminal. They go in a criminal court and they get smited. That's what's going on with Trump. Trump's used to dealing with, you know, civil courts and doing all this other kind of stuff. Now he's sitting in a criminal court. Like, bro, they keep telling him, like, we're going to lock you up if you don't calm down, bro. They keep trying to tell him, like, we're going to lock you up if you don't calm down. And I'm not trying to make this a political thing. It's just, I just want to highlight the fact that these different courts aren't the same. You know what I mean? Once you land in a criminal court situation, bro, your life is truly on the line. Truly on the line. Like, these people ain't playing, bro. They will take your freedom and not think twice about it. They'll throw you in the belly of the beast, and that's that. That's that. Unless you got bread. Look at O.J. Simpson. That man guilty as sin, but he got off on the criminal case. They got him on the civil. Right? He got off on a criminal. Why did he get off? A ton of reasons. But the main reason why he got off, he had Johnny Cocker and them boys. He had a Kardashian's daddy. And they went out there and did what they do. That's why they get paid thousands of dollars an hour. So again, if you got the money here in America, you know what I mean? You got a really good chance of beating most cases. But yeah, man, that thing with this thing with Act, bro, I'm gonna dig into it some more, but I think that Brother Dre gave a real good breakdown.
But the shit public, so it is what it is. I'm gonna use it as a teaching. I'm gonna use it to teach. But first, the first thing that, you know, mistake that he made, and I think he still makes this mistake, is the company he keeps. His friends. He has horrible friends. Number one, your friends should never put you in compromising positions ever. Now, you know, and this is a lesson that I've had to learn throughout my life. You know, a lot of my so-called friends weren't really my friends, right? Because me, I'm a good person. I would never put one of my friends in a compromising position. I would never put them in a situation to where their life is in danger, their freedom is in danger, their integrity is at play. Whatever the case may be, that's not the type of guy I am. And if I consider you my friend, I would never put you in that situation. Now, the fact that his homies would, because the girl claimed to be drunk, the fact that his homies would do that to sleep with a woman that's sloppy drunk like that, or she claimed to be sloppy drunk, just that situation is period. Just that situation period is just extremely messy. And me personally, I wouldn't put my friend in that position. If I was at my homie's house and a chick that he was talking to or whatever was sloppy drunk or on drugs or high, she was pushing up on me, I wouldn't fuck her. Because especially if my friend is an entertainer or famous, I would, in my mind, is already like, oh, well, she can easily foul if she wake up and feel guilty about it. You understand what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is your friends should never put you in a compromising position. Now, I'm gonna put the link to him explaining what happened. The guys, they did that. They ran a train on the girl, and they didn't even tell him. He had to find out by looking on his security cameras. So it's all,
bro. You got to be careful who you kick it with. You better know them boys, right? Who you kicking it with can destroy your life, man. It really can. Act runs in the hip hop world. And, there are a lot of dudes fresh off the block. They get into the hip hop world, get a little bit of money. They'll latch themselves on to somebody, people with entourages and stuff like that, bro. You just got to be careful with that. And you heard what Brother Dre said about if it were him, I'm in there, some woman, she's sloppy, whatever, and she's trying to get on, she's trying to let me smash. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like I said, top tier guys, when it comes to the game, I ain't talking about all that money and all that. I'm just talking top tier dudes that when it comes to the game, they can say no to a dime. Like, man, I'm not, Been in that situation before in LA, in Hollywood. When you go to these Hollywood events or you go to someone's mansion party, everything is free. Free food, free alcohol, free drugs. Everything is free, bro. It's there. They provide everything for the party. And these folks get crazy with it, man. They'll just drink till they out of pocket. Then somebody give them some powder, tell them to straighten themselves up, and they come back out and they start drinking again. It's just crazy. And when they're in these parties, man, if they see you, whatever, they're not in their right mind. They coming over, man. They're gonna try to do something. They're gonna try to do something. And it could be the wife of the person who's hosting the party, or it could be the niece. It could be, you know what I mean, the close family friend's daughter. Hey, bro, you got to be careful. And like most dudes, they think with the wrong head. We hear this all the time. They thinking with the wrong head. They go on and they do whatever they do. Then they finish and somebody come in here like, Shorty's 17. What? You know what I mean? Or she's grown up and she'll wake up like, what are you doing? Who are you? Why are you here? What happened? Oh my God. Seen it. Seen it, man. So if you surround yourself with guys who don't have any kind of restraint when it comes to this sort of thing, bro, whatever they doing, your name on it. Especially if it's like your house, you hosting a party, you're supposed to be your dudes. You have no idea what they up to, and they won't come and tell you, you got a problem. And it's kind of like what Tommy B is saying right here. A lame being treated like that, the lame he is, money doesn't make you not a lame, you just a rich lame. People from the streets gonna game, they gonna peep game, bro. Peep game. Definitely in the military. You're right about that, brother Tommy. Definitely in the military. I was talking to one of my people the other day about something that happened in the barracks. Some woman whose husband was an officer in a different unit found her way to our barracks, right? When some dude got into her ear, she came back to the barracks. And then she just, in one night, she went through, God, man, a squad. Like a squad of dudes. I'm not exaggerating. Like 15 dudes. 15 dudes. And as it was popping off, some people that we knew busted into our room. Talking about, hey, man, we got this girl over here. She just gives it to whoever. She want more. Y'all won't get some? Like, nah, bro. Nah. None of us, the dudes in the room, none of us trying to do that. Like, nah. Right? Guys over there doing their thing. You know what? I take it back. I take that back. Guys came in and said what was going on. One of the dudes that was in the room with us went, and then he came back. And it was like, yo. But again, we was sitting in somebody else's room. We were just chilling. And we couldn't believe dude went. Like, what? Of course, that led to an issue some weeks later. You know what I mean? CID, criminal investigations got involved. Like the military police came around. Like, our unit was under a lot of scrutiny. I came from a ghetto ass unit, y'all. We were salty. We were soldiers, bro. We were soldiers. And it was some craziness popping off. But we talked about that not too long ago. Me and my homie was talking about it. Like, bro, you remember that shit? Like, yeah, that was crazy. But the dudes who were out here who had what they had, like we had our women, we were running our rotations. We didn't want nothing to do with that. I'm not going in there. And the guy that went in there really didn't run with us like that. He never been on any trips with us. And after that night, he certainly wasn't coming. Like, I'm not taking that guy anywhere. Now, because had we got mixed up in that, bro, we probably would have wound up locked up, bro. We'd have been in the stockade for real. I mean, because we were just too high profile in the unit. Somebody saw my face mixed up in something like that, or my people face mixed up in that. Nah, they'd have came to get us, bro. They would have came to get us. And dude, I could tell you so many stories. There were some stories that hit us when we was in Korea. And some shit back in the States that happened. And they hitting us up in Korea. So, and it was fake. It was false. It was false, but still, that shit caught up with us in Korea. And thank God it was false, because they was ready to lock us up in Korea. Like, bro, we ain't nothing to do with that. Proof, here you go. Here's the proof. The dates didn't match up. Okay, what date was that? Where did it happen? Nah, we weren't there. We were here. We traveled a lot. So when people didn't know where we were, because we didn't talk to nobody like that about our business, we was gone. So somebody accused us of doing something, you know what I mean, on Friday, March 18th, you guys did blah, 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 blah. Well, I could prove to you Friday, March 18th, I was in Atlanta. Well, you didn't get permission from your CO to go. I don't give a damn. I was in Atlanta. You want to charge me with some shit? You want to give me restriction to do? You want to give me extra duty and restriction to barracks? Because I didn't tell the CO I went to another state? Fine, do that. But you ain't putting this case on me, right? You ain't putting this case on me. All that is game, boys and girls. It's game. I knew at a young age, man, like, man, there's people been trying to put cases on me. By the time I was 20, man, I spent the past, the 5 to 6 years previous to that, people trying to put cases on me. The police, the prosecutors. This because of the people I ran with. Yeah, when I was younger, we was doing what we was doing. It was a different kind of thing. I expected it. But when you start getting the money and all that, you coming out, you running with people, you're not expecting it because you at a different level. And he needs to really check who he got around him. Even when I was kicking it with him a couple times, I'm looking at the people that are around him. He's like, these my people as well. I'm like, man, these some shiesty ass niggas. Excuse my French. I could peep that. I'm like, all right, I see that. You ride with us? Nope. I'm riding with Fresh. I ain't riding with y'all. It was some shiesty ass niggas. Be careful. Be careful. You constantly cleaning up stuff. And you constantly in the mix. Your name is constantly coming up. And let's keep it 100, man. Like these generations today, man, everybody telling on everybody else, man. Ain't nobody's gonna sit there and do time for something that they know they did. Nah, they gonna throw your name out there. Why? Because the arresting officers and the prosecutors are asking them for a name. Give us a name. Give us this person. Right? So you gotta be careful who you rocking with. Your friends, your so-called friends, be the main ones. And it's like Brother Tommy said, man, like if you a lame, you a mark, they coming for you, bro. They already see it. Like Axe a loyal dude. So once he brings you in, he's like, oh, you one of my homies. He don't know that guy is trying to get over on me, man. That dude hungry, man. He think I got too much. I got the women. He got the chains. He got the cars. He got the money. Man, they gonna set you up, bro. They're gonna set you up. That's why the closer you get to the top, the less people should be around you. I'll say this about friends. There's a lot of people out there I'm cool with, a lot of friends, a lot of associates, but my people, my real people I trust my life to, only a handful. And we've been together forever. 30 year minimum. These guys out here willing to call anybody their friend. Like to me, like have someone that's that close to you, and they gotta be willing to take a bullet for you, bro, or your family. They gotta be willing to pull the trigger for you. They gotta be with and not just stupid with it, like if necessary, they need to be there to go that extra mile. Like, and the guys that I'm cool with, the dudes that I'm tightest with, we've all been in life-threatening situations together. That's why we so tight. Y'all see Jay Swans on here all the time. You know what I mean? Jay Swans be making that joke. He's like, yeah, I know where the bodies are buried. He sure does. And I still got the shovel for his bodies. That's how tight we are, man. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You came to me and say Jay Swan said this about me, man. Ain't no way he said that shit, bro. Ain't no way. And that's how it should be. There's only a handful of people gonna be like that, though, in your life. You're only gonna meet a handful of people like that, bro. Right? So Act didn't come from that world, I don't think, man. He didn't come from that world. So I don't just see him on the block doing whatever, hitting licks, you know what I'm saying? Running into the spot. I don't see that. I don't see that. Plotting out, I just don't see that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad he didn't go through it. I'm glad he's successful, but you know, he's gonna have to pick better friends to be around him. And if he doesn't, these sort of things are gonna continue to happen. Right? Now, this was caused by a female, but she wouldn't have had anything to say if it weren't for his dudes. If anything, his dudes would be like, man, little shorty too drunk, look out for her, man. Let's put her in the Uber and get her home. Let's get her out of here, man. Let's get her and her girl, whoever she with, let's get her out of here. But she was there probably for Act. And the dudes was like, no respect for Act, so they just gonna go ahead and smash her. Hey, go ahead and smash her. And it seemed like she was in sex work anyway, which Dre's gonna talk about here in a second. So it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Like this thing right here, hey, Scam, bro. I know you joking, man, but don't say shit like that. Jay Swans will see that, man. You know, he'll come see you, bro. I'm just I want to give you fair warning. I know you having fun, you like to troll. If Jay Swan see a text like that, a message like that, like I say, bro, you don't get mad at me for what might happen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. He'll come see you, bro. You know what I mean? I would too, man. Like, I understand this world. It's like, this world this is fake world or whatever. But the whole trolling thing, man, there's people out there who don't understand what trolling is, man. There's niggas out there come see you. Jay Swans is one of them. But yeah, Brother Tommy's like, yeah, I got a story I never retell that was crazy like that. Right. I mean, there's so many, you just barely beat them, especially in the military, bro. I mean, people, you are young. Like, you're young. And you get in here like you just doing stuff, man. I mean, bro, I know, and you was in the Navy too, and I know you got stories, Tommy. I know you got stories. He running with niggas and bitches that only around him because he got bread and clout. Yeah, that's. I agree with you there, bro. I agree with you there. And Skin was like, real friends prevent situations if applicable. Yeah, they do. Real friends do prevent. They should be there. It's the people that are closest to me to keep me from doing the most damage to myself, to keep me from going out there and doing something. Because they know me. They're like, man, I know what you about to do, man. They'll just show up. Now, you ain't leaving the house today, man. They'll come. They will literally come kidnap me. My people will come kidnap me. Like, now you gonna stay with us till you calm the fuck down. Because they already know what I'm gonna do. They know what I'm capable of. And most people don't realize that. And that's what makes me more dangerous than the average dude. Because I'll sit there and talk calmly to you just so I can get close to you. Right? Just so I can get there. And once I get there, it's on. And my people know that about me. So they're like, nah, they'll come. It's happened before, man. They'll come and get me, man. Brother, I mean, you're like, man. It's like when you choose 6ix9ine as a real friend, that says a lot. Facts, man. So let's get back to the video.
Already some shady shit right there, right? So his friends is kind of iffy to me. Now, another thing with his friends is, this is just me. I believe that your friends should never want to smash the chicks that you dealing with, whether you in a relationship with them, whether you have feelings for them, or whether they think you have feelings or not. I don't believe that your friends should fuck after you, right? Even if y'all just smashing. To me, that has always been a sign of jealousy and envy. To want to come behind me and smash who I'm smashing. To me, that shows me that you're either envious or jealous of me, right? Especially when there's women all over the place. There's enough women to go around. Now, it's not that me being selfish or handcuffing. I do handcuff, the chicks that I have feelings for, but it's not about that. It's about, why do you want to You understand what I'm saying? And so
I do. I understand exactly what you're saying. I never handcuff, but shout out to Brother Dre for being 100 with it. I never handcuff. I'm from a school of let her, you gotta let a hoe be a hoe. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let her do what she wanna do. I don't handcuff. I don't handcuff. I don't think it helps to handcuff. You know what I mean? But like I say, at least Brother Dre keeping it 100. And he's probably, I got a woman, I'm feeling her, we gonna be together. He's putting boundaries out there. You can't do this, don't do that. I don't want you. Me, if I'm with a woman, we supposed to be together, everything's going great. And all of a sudden she wants to go out with her girls on a girls trip. Go ahead. That tells me everything I need to know about this situation right now. Everything I need to know. Go ahead. Especially we've been doing this like 8 months, maybe a year and a half. I'm going on the girls trip to New York. I'm going on the girls trip to Paris, Miami, LA. Okay. Go ahead. And when she comes back, man, all her stuff that was at my place packed up at her place. You know what I mean? She's out. I'm done. Got her stuff, put her key inside her place. You know, I'm done. I'm done. All right, see what time it is. Now, if I've been married for 15 years, that's different. You know what I mean? I'm married 15 years. One of her friends is getting married or something like that. She's part of the wedding or whatever, and they doing whatever they doing. I ain't tripping. At that point, I've already committed. Like I know who I have. Like we're way beyond vetting and all that. You know, I ain't tripping, but I'm still okay. You know what I mean? Like you trying to do this all the time. Like if I'm married we married 15 years, and all of a sudden now you want to go out all the time. You want to do this and do that. Again, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna go talk to some attorneys, right? I'm starting to make plans to move on. Cause I'm like, this ain't working. Again, if a woman's really into you, she only wants to be with you, bro. She ain't trying to go on no girls trip. She don't want to. Why? She got what she want. She got what she want. And all of her girls, people close to her, they married too. So why? They ain't going. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But if she's hanging out with a bunch of single women and whatever, and they out here doing whatever, talking about you should have this and you should have that. Girl, what you mean you ain't got no, you know what I mean? You ain't got no Birkins. You ain't got no Hermes. Girl, what you talking about? You ain't got no Chanel. You know what I mean? Girl, what you talking about? And if they get into her ear and if she decides that's what she wants, you know, gotta let a hoe be a hoe, bro. If that's who she is, you know what I mean? You just gotta let it happen. Definitely, man. Definitely, Tommy. Let her choose up, man. That's what you want to do. Let her do it. So I'm not a handcuffing dude, but there are a lot of dudes out there who do handcuff. Let's continue.
the fact that his homies would do that at his house while he was sleeping, those are not good friends. And you should keep, if you have friends like that, if you have, you know, associates like that, you should keep people like that out of your home, and you should keep people like that out of your life. Nobody should want to come behind you and want to screw behind you. And this is just the God's honest truth. I have never ever, all my homies watch this. All my homies follow me. All my homies know what I do. And if I'm lying, get in the comments right now. I have never wanted to fuck behind any of them, not even chicks that they were just fucking. They girls can't none of them ever say that I tried to talk to one of the girls that they were talking to, whether they was just fucking or not, whether it was they. I've never been that type of dude. And if I'm lying, get in the comments and tell me I'm lying for my homies that's watching this. I've never been that type of dude because I don't want what you have, whether you just fucking or not. And a lot of the times, guys will, you know, fake the funk for the homies because they don't want to get called the simp. So they may tell a guy, oh, you know, I don't really like her like that. She just a busted to me, but you laying up with her every day. You taking her out to eat, you investing your money behind the scenes, and then they go behind you and hit your girl and not hurt your heart. Because when they fucked her, he was trying to explain to them that, oh, she was just a little whatever. But when they when they actually ran the train on her, that hurt his heart. That
Man, they knew that act was into her. They knew it. This is where that lack of respect is like what Tommy was talking about, man. They knew it and they did it. I didn't realize he was asleep. I just caught that. This is my second time watching this. I didn't realize he was asleep. So I could sleep, and then old girl in there interacting with these dudes, getting drunk or whatnot. She wanted that thug love and she got it. And then some other woman calls the police and says that this thing happened. Act is knocked out, didn't even know his homeboy. So here's the thing, bro. For his crew to do that and not say anything to him, man, if he's still around these guys, man, whatever happens next is on Act. I get loyalty, man, but you know, there are boundaries, bro. There are boundaries. Like if I'm in Miami and I'm at a spot somewhere, right? Let's say I'm in Komodo, right? I'm in Komodo, man, or I'm you know, wherever I am. And I meet some woman or whatever. I'm kicking it with like she's cool people. And then she says, you know, let's say I go on her Instagram and I see she's got she follows Fresh and Fit. And she follows, you know, the Fresh Prince CEO, right? I'm like, oh shit. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit Myron Fresh up, send her a picture. Hey man, y'all know her? And if one of them come back and say, yeah, man, you know, she cool, man. I used to smash or whatever, but she cool. I'm not messing with Shorty. I'm not messing with Shorty. Now I might, you know, it's like, I'm not messing with Shorty. I'm not even gonna smash. I'm keeping 100. I'm not messing with Shorty. I'm moving on. I'm just gonna move on. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. You know, but a lot of dudes will say, well, if she was just a smash, I'm just gonna smash her too. I mean, you just chalk it up to the game. She's just another, you know, another 304 out here, and that's one thing. Okay, I'm okay with that. But if a guy hits me up, sends me a picture of a woman, like, hey man, she says, you know her. Like, yeah, bro, I used to date her, man. We was kicking it for like, you know, 3 months, 6 months, something like that. And dude's like, okay, yeah, because I'm smashing her now. I'm just like, all right, I know what type of dude you are. Like if I just told you I was in a relationship with this woman and I'm about to try to smash her. Okay, do you. But now I'm looking at that dude funny. Like, why even ask me if that's the case? If that's the case, why even ask me? Like the whole purpose of me I was sending that information out to somebody I know, like, yo, hey, Myron, they Fresh. Here's the picture. Yeah, you know this chick, and he'll be like, yeah, because he know what I'm doing. He'll like, yeah, man. She, you know, she was fun. She was a good time. I met her at so and so. We did a little something. I met her on a yacht party. We did a little something, whatever. It was cool. All right, man. I appreciate that, bro. I'm not telling anybody he told me that, and I'm not messing with Shorty. I might go after her girls. Like, what's up with your girls? I'm just gonna shift, right? But you got dudes out here who want to smash the woman of the guy that they think is superior to them. Got to stay away from those cats. So Axe people didn't even tell him what they were doing. They didn't even tell him, like, yeah, we did this, especially something like that. Y'all ran a train. Dude, he needs to know that. Good thing he had cameras. Good thing he had cameras and those cameras were on. You know what I mean? Casual Jeremy's like, man, I thought y'all meant real handcuffs. Nah, man, handcuffing is a term. It's more of a Midwest term, I believe, in South, like Midwest and down South. I'm not sure if they have an equivalent term on the West Coast or whatever, but in the Midwest, handcuffing is the guy who is always with the girl. He'll meet the girl, and he does not want her to leave his sight. If there's a barbecue, he right there, got her sitting on his lap or right next to him. And she get up, he, where you going? I'll go over there with you. Handcuffing is the dude that smothers a woman, telling her what to do, how to do it, how to dress, and all that kind of stuff. Which, you know, there's some people say that that's not, you know, telling a woman what to wear is not necessarily handcuffing. Agreed. But telling her like you can't be with this person or go out somewhere and he got to be there with her and this and that, handcuffing. You know what I mean? And we normally use handcuffing, that term, when the guy is trying to hold on to a woman that doesn't want to be with him. That's where, you know, that's like in Cincinnati, that's how I was using it. Like, oh man, he handcuffing, bro. Like, damn, bro, you handcuffing, man. You just met Shorty. handcuffing. You know what I mean? Like, the 2 hours and she can't watch the other side of the club. What you handcuffing for, bro? Let's let her breathe, see what's gonna happen. That's what we're talking about. You first meet someone, you just latch on, you handcuffing. Now you get into a relationship, you got to set boundaries. You got to, you got to move a little bit differently. And I get that. I get that. But if you know this woman really ain't trying to be with you and you still trying to handcuff her, all you doing is pushing her to the next dude. She gonna find a way to break loose and she gonna smash the dude she don't even like just to get away from you. Right. So when you get into the term handcuffing, it means, it can have multiple meanings. If you're in a relationship, a long-term relationship, man, I'm thinking y'all should handcuff each other. Y'all boundaries are gonna, commit y'all selves to one another. So for a single guy, like, oh, y'all both handcuffing. Because he watching you. Who's that girl? Why she's what? You know what I mean? That's what happened to the Jonathan Majors or whatever? Got in trouble because old girl trying to handcuff him, looking at his social medias, and who is this? And dude wound up losing millions. Losing millions. Brother Tommy's like, I can never follow behind them lames or any lame out at that. Yeah, we poisoned at that point. Yeah, she's poisoned at that point. I get you. Yeah, y'all say cuffing out there too. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Like, yo, bro, y'all using handcuffing? Because like, God damn, man, they handcuff. Dude, cuffing? I mean, even girls are saying. Girls are like, man, you letting him cuff you like that? But generally speaking, when we say handcuffing, it's that dude just met some woman. They've known each other a couple days, and he's like already holding on, like just by, for dear life. It's like, man, damn, homie. Really? I mean, a lot of time that's that lack of abundance mindset, bro. You got dudes who handcuff off rip like that. They don't have. She is the absolute best he's ever seen, and that's why they're handcuffing. You know what I mean? Because they are so afraid of losing it. When it's like, come on, bro, every woman you deal with should be at least that level. What you talking about, man? But yeah, Ack has this woman in there. Ack drunk, she drunk. The party, whatever his dudes are in there. And instead of protecting Ack, they out here running trains on women in his house. Basically, just opening him up to all sorts of madness, bro. Them the wrong people to have around you.
Fuck with him, although that wasn't his girl. So I just was always in the belief of that you shouldn't do that. Never, even when I was in high school, like a kid, I never did it. And I've had several opportunities. Again, my homies, some of y'all chicks done pushed up on me and everything. And I just didn't do it. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
And this is the thing for my guys that's in the streets, in the trenches, right? Stop smashing your homies' girls. Stop smashing people's girls, because that's how you get told on. I just leave that there. Now, the second mistake that DJ Akademiks,
and not just told on, man. That's how you can get wrecked, bro. As a rule, I'm not trying to do that. Are there exceptions? There have been exceptions, right? I've had people I'm tight with, like some of my homies, like we down like this. One of my dudes was trying to get on this one female, right? So he goes to her friend, which he had already smashed before. He goes to her friend, is like, yo, what's up with your girl? Da 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 da. And old girl was like salty. I can't believe you over here asking me about my girl and we done smashed or whatever. So she was like, well, what's up with your dude? Like, who? Your dude Saint. It was like, you want to rock with him? You trying to make that happen tonight? She's like, look, you put me on with him, I'll put you on with my girl. It's like, yo, Saint, get over here, bro. What's up, man? Yo, this my friend right here. She trying to holler at you, bro. And he whispered in my ear, I'm trying to get on with her girl. And she said she want to get on with you. So if I put you on, she gonna put me on. Shit is up. Hey, all right, cool. I was like, when he said that, because that's how we are. We were at, dude, this is when we were at our peak. When he said that, I was like, no problem, man. And because little shorty had a little body on her, I was like, hey. That's how I went. Little shorty came to the crib that night. You know what I'm saying? And my people went the next day and was hollering at her people. He took care of that the next day. Like the little shorty kept up her end of the bargain. She got what she wanted. My people got what he wanted. All is well. That's an exception. Another exception. One of the dudes in the crew. Right? He was affiliated, he was in the crew. He was trying to get on with one of the homeboys' girl. You know what I mean? He trying to get on with the baby mama type stuff, right? Baby mama, not baby mother, but his number one, his main. So one of our guys, his main chick, this dude in our crew was trying to get on, trying to be slick with it. And when it got to our people, he was like, he didn't want to believe it. It's like, nah, not him. Nah, because they was tight. They were tight. You know what I'm saying? The rest of us just kind of like, what is it? So it just, dude kept getting more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive. Finally, my man's girl had to tell him, like, hey, this is what he's doing. I don't want nothing to do with him, but he won't slow down. Right? So now my guy was like, damn, gotta do something about this. This is his guy, right? This is his dude. When I say his dude, is his dude. Like, they got money between them. They got all kind of stuff going on. They got product between them. They got everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything between he's supposed to be his guy. And he was like, well, I'm gonna have to go take care of this. And he wasn't gonna make it permanent, but he was like, I'm about to go beat dude up, basically. And hit me up, like, yo, Saint, man, I need you to ride with me. Make sure I don't escalate. All I'm trying to do is I'm gonna rough dude up a little bit, let him know what time it is. All right. So I'm with him. We there. We go to the spot. We there. You know what I'm saying? And he took care of business. I did my part, stood there, made sure everything was cool. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't go too far. You know what I mean? I had my man, I had his, you know what I mean? He had that, back then we call it, he had the plastic, you know what I'm saying? He had a Glock on him. I'm holding that. Like, give me that. Just in case. I'm going to hold this. Dude did what he did to old boy. Right? So all that went down. The guy who got beat, his girlfriend found out of what went down. And then she ran up on me. We out at one of the clubs. She asked me about it, like, hey, she's saying what she heard in the streets. I'm like, nah, baby, this is how it went. It went down like this. This is what it was. You know, it is what it is. 2 weeks later, she come to the crib. Yeah, I smashed her. Because her dude was out of bounds. So, yeah, I saw what she was doing. She trying to make him mad. All right, yeah, I smashed her. So what? Right? Again, that's another variant. But as a rule, nah, you don't do that. As a rule, I ain't looking at my man's girl. Nah, as a rule, nah. If she a trick, she a trick. But if that's the main right there. Nah, you gotta leave that alone as a rule. You know, like it is what it is. Like I say, gotta let a hoe be a hoe, man. That's just how I do it. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. 1 for 34 in the building. What's good, fam? What up with you? Happy New Year, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, W Wingman, W Real Fan. Hey, man, it's hard to find them, man. He's like, nah, dude, there's a trader. Brother Cody's in the building, man. I was just talking about you, bro. Cody's King's in the building. I was just talking about you, bro. Like, yeah, man, like, once you out of bounds, man, and it is what it is. Like, I never looked at his girl like that. I never looked at her like that. She was fine, tall, dark, fine. But she lost complete respect for her dude, and she was mad at what he did. So she went out and did the same thing. That was her way of getting back at him. I mean, that guy, I never saw him again. After he got his ass beat that night, I never saw him again. Cincinnati's a small town, bro. I never saw him again. Like, I might have seen him in passing, like driving somewhere, but I ain't never seen him in any of the spots, any concert, any nothing. Never saw dude. I might have to ask whatever happened to dude. Like, he might have left the city, bro. I mean, he probably left the city because the cat he was dealing with was a hitter. He lucky he just got beat up. But again, in our crew, never gonna be any serious violence. Ain't gonna be none of this over some woman. You know what I mean? Unless you go completely out of bounds and you hurt that woman, you know, okay, different story then. But nobody was looking at they women to this day. If I came across a woman who used to date some dude that I'm cool with or was cool with back in the 80s, and if she ran up on me today, one of my homeboy, like one of my tight dudes, I never do it. I've had situations like what Dre is saying. I've had situations where someone I'm close to, girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, will be coming over to parties that we doing. Like they come with, like, oh, what's up, girl? What you doing here? I'm here with so-and-so. Okay. And they in there waiting for their opportunity. They'll pull up to the crib when you alone, like, hey, what's going on? I've had that. They come up there trying to let you get it. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that. And this is what I mean, because the vast majority of dudes will still smash, especially those dudes in the streets, those grimy guys, like these guys that seems that DJ Akademiks got around him. You around dudes who will do stuff like this, man, you gotta cut them guys loose. You gotta cut them guys loose, bro.
Akademiks made is his choices in women. I just don't understand for the life of me why guys with that level of status and that level of money choose some of the women that they choose. Now, the girl that the girl that got the train ran on her was a stripper. You understand what I'm saying? Then his ex-girlfriend that exposed all of this, which again happened a year and a half ago, the police did an investigation and find that there was no wrongdoing. He didn't get arrested, or the friends didn't get arrested. But she was a drunk. She's an alcoholic. She drinks every day. And this is what he says. You know, who wants clout every time he on camera? She trying to get on camera and show me off, show me off, show me off. Like that don't ring a bell. Like that don't, a light bulb don't go off in your head. So guys, make better choices in women. The quality of your life is directly dictated by the quality of women that you choose to entertain. He also is known to date Selena Powell. Just Google her name or put her name in YouTube. Why anybody would do, like, why I wouldn't fuck her with somebody else dick. Like, disgusting to me. And again, this ain't no disrespect to him or her, right? But like, why? Like, you have the status. When you have money and status like that, you have, I don't want to say better options, but you have an advantage over everybody else because you have these things. Now, again, you need the game to protect that, and you need the game to penetrate a little bit further. However, you do have an advantage over most guys, and you have basically you have first dibs at all, pretty much all women. Why you would choose a woman like that is beyond me. That is crazy to me. It's not that I don't understand it. I'm gonna just say this: value yourself more and love yourself more, so you won't make choices like that. But that's the second mistake that he made. His choices.
I mean, when you look at, you know, why do guys like Ak and guys with money choose these low tier women? Because they're easy. They're easy. That's what it boils down to. Someone like Selena Powell, I'm with Brother Dre 100% on that. Like, there's no way I'll do anything with Selena Powell. Get the hell out of here. There's no way. I think she's no way. That's not something that I'm looking at. Right. And I think that she represents, you know, a group of women that I was like, I can't deal with that. Now there's some dudes out there who look at Selena Powell like, she's amazing. Hey, more power to you, bro. We like what we like, right? That's what it boils down to. So you take Michael Certain, right? I got a lot of respect for Brother Michael. I haven't met him in person yet. There's another person I intend to meet in 2024. Smart guy, former military guy, hardworking brother, you know, building his brands, doing a great job out there doing his thing. The type of women that he likes, I wouldn't look at twice, bro. He loves, and he'll tell you, like, I love women with big fake boobs, you know what I mean? And the lip fillers, and you know what I mean, like the Botox injections, and their faces was all pulled back. He loves them type women, like the models and the OF girls and the strippers. Like he likes that. I could kick it with dude in Vegas for 2 weeks and never smash. We'd never overlap. The women I go after and the women that he likes would never overlap, bro. And never overlap, man. And it's the same in LA. Like that's the LA. Like you see, like you go watch his podcast, you see the women at his table. That's LA. That's Hollywood. I mean, they're out there, bro. And it's like, nah. Like, nah. That's not my style. But that's what he loves. And it's like, all right, go ahead and get it, man. The Miss Hawaiian Tropic type woman. Go get her, bro. I've been to a couple Miss Hawaiian Tropics events back in the day. Man, it was cool. It was fun events. Those girls were fun to be around. They were from all over the world. It was what it was. The ones that I was talking to were the ones that came out of Panama, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, you know what I mean, Peru. I was talking to them women right at the Miss Hawaiian Tropics. Like, all right, come talking to them. The American women, the Canadian women, the Australian women, I really wasn't rocking with because they had so much work done. And I'm not saying that the women from those areas have a lot of work done. I'm just saying that the women that came, they got that far in the competition, had a ton of work done. But, you know, they were cool. I'm not trying to holler at none of them. Now, I got pictures I can dig up somewhere, man. Me and my man Dave, rest in peace. Rest in greatness. My man Dave Moore. He used to always take me out. He was a big high roller in Vegas. He was always taking me out to Vegas for Miss Hawaiian Tropic. Would be at Treasure Island, you know, and we would go, and it was always fun. They had a ton of pictures before social media. You know, it was just, man, it was great. It was great, man. I miss my dude. That's why, man, I miss my dog. I miss my dude, bro. We lost him a few years back, man. Natural causes, what they say, bro, but there's a story behind that. But anyway, those type women I want, but Michael Surtain, that's what he loves. Right? There are dudes out there who love women with BBLs. I can't do that. You got BBL, I ain't rocking with you. You know what I mean? Like if you got one of those crazy breast jobs where you just went like her, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you. But that's just my preference. Most dudes have zero prep. They just gonna take whatever's laying in front of them, bro. You want to talk about low-hanging fruit? It done fell off the tree, it's on the ground. That's most dudes. Most dudes don't get that attention like that. Most dudes come from a world where they're invisible, right? We talk about the bottom 80, the invisible men in the world, right? Give that guy money. Now he's being seen by everybody, but he's not being seen in the way that he wants to be seen. He's still being seen like kind of like a mark, like what brother Tommy was saying. It's being seen as a mark. And the men and women, they're coming in there. A lot of people, they look at Fresh. They think Fresh is some sort of mark. He's not. The dude is on point. It's the reason he doesn't drink. When Fresh goes places, man, he pulls up by himself, man, most of the time. If he's got a crew with him, everybody with him is part of his organization. He's got security with him. He's got someone who handles like his videos and does his editing. Like Fresh ain't just out there with just random ass people. Like, he's out there taking care of business. He's not a mark. A lot of people think he is, and they can't get close to him. Think about that with Myron and Fresh, man. If they were out there doing some of this game goofy shit, it would be all over the internet, bro. 3 years, 3 years. 2 of those years, people been coming at them hard. When I was talking about the feds are investigating, they named Fresh and Fit podcast in the documentation. Fresh and Fit, Rollo Tomasi, the Tate brothers. They named it in the doc. They named those platforms in the documentation. So when I say they're looking at me and I'm nobody, imagine the kind of heat that's going their way. And nothing's coming out. If there are women out here like the Fresh had a hiccup with that Mariah girl, whatever her name was. Think about that. That was the only hiccup. The only hiccup. And people like, he's out there, you know, simping, buying her stuff. No, man, she was taking care of business. She screwed up. And I can tell you all this for a fact because I was standing right there. You know what I mean? I can tell you this for a fact, man. Fresh was all that stuff y'all accusing Fresh of doing, paying for this and that. Nah, bro. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. Only time I've seen Fresh spend money on people, he spent money on dudes, man. When his supporters come out, man, he'll show up, take care of lunch, take care of dinner. You know what I mean? People, whatever, he'll pick people up, be driving them around in Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, or whatever. When he had the McLaren, right? Just, he wouldn't even ask for gas, bro. I remember once when he had the Lambo truck, he came to pick me up from the hotel. He came to pick me up from my hotel, bro. I was like, nah, Fresh, I'll take an Uber. He's like, nah, man, come on. Picks me up. We riding around Miami, South Beach, Wynwood, all this kind of crazy stuff, man. We everywhere, man. I'm looking at the gas tank like we just burning gas. I'm like, he's like, let me go get some gas real quick. He pull up to the pump. I'm like, man, stay right there, man. I got this, man. I got this. Went out, filled the tank up. He was like, bro, you ain't got to do that. Like, yes, I do, man. You taking care of me, bro. You walking me into every club, right? I'm sitting in sections. I'm networking with the top dogs. That's what Fresh is doing. He ain't spending money on chicks. He investing in his supporters, investing in his own platform. Myron's the same way. The exact same way, man. Myron won't let you pay for something, bro. You got to sneak them. You got to sneak your card off to the waitress or the maitre d' or whatever, and yo, use this card. You got to do that, and then Myron gonna be not mad at you, but like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? He's gonna make sure he takes care of something else next time around. I got this, I got that. Putting everybody in Ubers, getting all the Ubers in, paying for everybody. Like, that's what they doing. They ain't spending money on chicks like that. They're spending money on their supporters. They're spending money and reinvesting it into their platform, man. It just blows me away when I see that. If Myron and Fresh were tricking, the women that they tricking with will be all over the internet. All over the internet. Just so y'all know, man. But guys who have the money use the money to get what they're after, which is normally sexual access. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy. It's a lot of dudes who get their passports and go to Thailand, Philippines, Colombia, Brazil. Why? Because it's easier. It's cheaper, right? The guys don't have any game. We talk about all the time. Most passport bros don't have any game. If they had game, they would get better results. But they're happy with the results that they're getting because they look at it as a cheat code. I ain't mad at them. Hey, man, go ahead and do you. I tell dudes all the time, yeah, get your passport. Go do it. But you're going to need game over there too. The same game that women run in America, they run in all them other countries as well. And if you ain't careful, you will get caught up. And that's why you're hearing all these stories about dudes getting set up, dudes getting kidnapped, dudes getting drugged, and the women robbing them. Because they can't see, they don't have the game, they don't have the knowledge to see it coming. It's like, bro, they just don't. And that's why you need the game. But, like Dre is saying, he's like, man, I don't understand why. I do. And Dre, like he said, I do. He knows why. Act's a cool guy, man. Sat down, talked to Act. You see where his head is, man. He's a cool dude. Like, when he gets off on the drink, on the Henny or whatever, he just partying is what it is. But he's a cool dude. But he's not putting, in my opinion, enough focus on the game. He's not doing it. He's letting his clout and his money bring the women in, but they're bringing in the wrong caliber of woman. Like, you messing with strippers, like you bringing strippers back to the crib. Like, Lil Shorty was a stripper, and she got a train ran on her. She probably, who knows what happened or what was said that night when the investigation stopped. So law enforcement was like, obviously she was with whatever was going on because Act had the cameras. Obviously she was with it. But you bringing back, this is what you bringing back. And this is what your dudes are doing and not telling you. So his dudes are probably running up in every woman he done brought around him. His dudes are probably smashing them all. And that's the game goofiness that we're talking about over here, man. You gotta have that game, bro. So you can see it. Your brother Cody's like, yeah, facts, those are not your friends. Man, you gotta be careful who you around. Brother Pitney, like, Axe people aren't his people. Hopefully, he'll use this situation to audit his friend group. And he should just cut them all loose, man. Like I said, man, if they don't go back to the sandbox, if they wasn't rocking with Act when he was just a nerd in school and no one talked to or whatever, them the only people I have around me if I was him. I would have people like that, or I have people like Fresh. People who got game like that, know what they doing. You know what I mean? Like maybe I would slow my drinking down. I would definitely not be bringing people to the crib. I wouldn't want nobody to know where I live, bro. I want, because they're going to come see you, man. They coming in there. They think all your money in the house. I got a safe. You dealing with girls, you might open up the safe. Man, look. You just got to be careful, man. Selena Powell, yeah, man. Yeah, like she's foldable, but she comes with too many issues. Like, yeah, you can smash her if you want. I wouldn't smash her, bro. I wouldn't smash her. Selena Powell, I just don't. I don't find her attractive at all. And and it's like, who's she kicking with? She was kicking it with the throat goat for a minute. I remember seeing them on Fresh and Fit. Yeah, she had that other girl on there to spit on Myron on that one episode. The guy, it was just when they had Tate on there, and the only reason they brought her on there because Tate wanted to holler at her or something. There's no way I'd be around her, man. And BBLs are L, bro. Yes, sir. I'm with you on that. Let's continue.
And women. The third mistake that he made was letting disrespect slide. The one chick who's his ex, who's exposed everything. This chick done did everything from egging him, causing him a disturbance in his neighborhood. He say the police in a year and a half, the police done been in his house like 40 times, causing him a disturbance. He got set up to get robbed through one of her homegirls, and he believed she ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, okay. She stole 500,000 from him. She done fucking trashed his house and all type of shit. And now, they broke up. She done painted this narrative that he and his friends raped this girl. You see what I'm saying? Now, but what does that tell you? Go back to my episode, The 10 Levels of Disrespect. It's from the Captain Saver Bro podcast. And you can watch, if you listen to his story with this chick, you can literally see the steps of disrespect. In the 10 Levels of Disrespect, I lay out the way that women come in the gate disrespecting you and what it ultimately escalates to. The same chick was cheating on him and everything with guys basically who he would consider bums. I'm gonna break this whole thing down on my podcast coming up. But she was cheating on him and everything up until the point to where she's trying to get him arrested. Go look at the 10 Levels of Disrespect. And if Akademiks, if you're watching this, go watch that episode, The 10 Levels of Disrespect. This is no shot at you, but you should go watch that episode. And every man should go watch that episode. Type in YouTube right now, The 10 Levels of Disrespect. And it's I think it's episode 9 or 10 on the Captain Saver Bro show, but it'll lay all that out for you. But she ultimately came out and did this. And that's because he let the little disrespect slide first. But those are the three mistakes that DJ Akademiks made. Again, this ain't no shot at you. Guys, learn from other people's mistakes. A wise man, a fool learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Anyway.
Facts. And like I said, it'll be a link in the description to this quick video. You guys should definitely check out when he does a whole podcast on Act and what he's doing. The disrespect thing is major. It's major. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of men out there who just tolerate all sorts of disrespect from women that they dealing with. Right? They tolerate it. And why would you tolerate something like that? Or if you're gonna do it, like just make it like a 3-strike system. Like 3-strike system. Me, as soon as I see something I don't like, I'm moving on. Like if I meet a woman, like recently I was out and I came across 2 very professional women, a little bit older, nowhere near my age, but older. And they were looking good, man. They were dressed right. They had on all the accessories. And I can tell just by a glance, I'm like, these are 2 successful women, right? 2 successful women. We're talking back and forth. And then something was said that just made me immediately click off. Like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. Whereas most dudes would just be so focused on, man, they're fine and they out and they might want to do something. And once upon a time, I was like that. I just wanted to hit when I was young. Man, whatever. I just wanted to hit. I could care less what she was saying because all I wanted to do was smash. And as soon as I hit, I'm gone anyway. Right. So when I was young, but now as an old guy's like, no, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this at all. At all. You know, and I just click off. But the average dude won't. The average dude will just continue, with the bullshit. Letting her continue with her bullshit, I should say. So like you look at Myron and Fresh, right? I refer to Myron and Fresh a lot because, come on, we got a lot of Fresh and Fit fam in here. And it's easy to go watch their content and see what I'm talking about. Myron in real life will not tolerate any fuckery whatsoever from a woman. None. We were in Dallas. Myron had he had one with him. You know what I mean? She was decent, you know what I mean? But we in Dallas, like, he on travel mode, it's like whatever. And I saw him, we were at a spot. We were talking. I saw him with Shorty. He left with Shorty. I jumped in the Uber, went back to the telly. Now, we were all in the same hotel. You know what I mean? So I went back to the telly, was doing some stuff, and I'm like, all right, I got to go catch up with some folks, and then we're going to hit this after hours joint. I come out the hotel, and it was a 7-Eleven across the street. So I'm like kind of walking towards the 7-Eleven. We're like downtown Dallas in a really good neighborhood, right over there where the Mavericks play, right? We're at the W. And so I'm like, all right, let me go over here and grab some from 7-Eleven. I come out the hotel and there's Myron jumping out of an Uber. He's like, what's up, Saint? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm about to run over here to 7-Eleven real quick, and then I'm gonna head over to such and such. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven with you. We go to 7-Eleven, and I'm like, yo, where's little Shorty? Because I just left him 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. Like, where's little Shorty? Oh, man, she said some stupid shit, so I had to just go ahead and leave her. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man, she just said something stupid, man, so I couldn't deal with it. Myron takes zero fuckery from women. Fresh will just let women talk. He just lets them talk. Yeah, girl. Oh, really? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're a Venus with your moon rising in Taurus, or whatever the hell they say. He's just like, whatever. And he'll spit back some of the stuff that they say, and they just whatever, they fall in love. Because Fresh, he's just like, look, he's just about to smash. He's like, yo, man, I'll say whatever you want to say. You comfortable now? You comfortable enough to come up to the penthouse? Fine. Smash. Take her out to get something to eat and send her on her way. Right? He's smooth with his game. Myron, he ain't on that shit. And men should fall on that spectrum. Because Fresh is only going to take so much. If she starts with some real fuckery, he'll just get rid of her. He'll get her an Uber and she's gone. He's only going to take so much. But he'll tolerate a lot more than Myron. He'll tolerate a lot more. But at the end of the game, their objective is the same. She's going to smash. This is what it is, going to smash. Or maybe she'll be able to help me out. She can walk the dog. She can clean the house. Like if she shows that she can add some sort of value, then, they'll get to hang around a little bit longer. But that night, so we went to 7-Eleven. Myra and I went to 7-Eleven. We walked back from 7-Eleven. And as we're walking up to the hotel, this car pulls up and this blonde jumps out. And I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like, man, she's kind of cute. He's like, yeah, bro, I hit her up, man. So I'm about to head out with her. He hit her up on some dating app. He's like, I'm about to head out with her. I'm like, oh, all right, bro, be safe, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. He jumped in the car, jumped in the whip with a little Shorty. That was it. I didn't see Myron until I was back in Miami. Like until they were back in Miami, I should say. I was Tampa, but I'm always down in Miami, whatever. So dude be running the numbers exactly how he says it on the pod. And Fresh does the same thing. Fresh runs more numbers than Myron, believe it or not. Fresh gets way more women than Myron, but that's what Fresh is focused on. Myron is focused on other stuff. Fresh never stopped. Like, they had to have a talk with Fresh. Like, man, he needs to slow down. Too many chicks. Just messing up the business, man. We need to stay focused on the business. So Fresh focuses on the business. Primary objective is the podcast and his platform as well. But his secondary objective hasn't changed. He's still out here getting chicks. But it was just crazy. Because Myron got rid of one girl, 45 minutes later, he got another one pulling up. I'm like, damn, we didn't have this technology when I was younger. So it was harder. it was harder to run them like that. You had to get their numbers and all this kind of stuff. And we were pulling them out the clubs, parking lot pimping and all that kind of stuff. But these dudes know what they're doing. And even when it was only so much I would take, man. Now that I'm an old dude, I'm closer to Myron's way of doing business. If I hear something I don't like, I'm done. Now I won't kick them out, you know what I mean, and whatever. I just float away. The example I gave you, I was talking to a couple women. I knew they were, I remember in a really nice place, and I knew they were high scale, upscale or whatever, top tier women, money wise. And, like I said, they had all the accessories, everything they're wearing. I just floated away. I wind up on the other side of the room talking to somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Now we can network. You know what I mean? I got your information. I got your Instagram. Hopefully you'll see when I'm doing something, you can come out and support. That'd be great. But we cool. But I'm not trying to holler. I'm not trying to holler at all, man. At all. If you say one thing that I don't like, I'm moving on. People like, well, damn, you'll never be with anybody. Like, I ain't worried about that. I'm not going to be with anyone anyway, man. I got a teenage daughter. I'm not doing anything serious until she's grown. And once she's grown, all right, I might start taking it a little serious, but I'm still not going to take any bullshit. I got too much to lose. I'm not taking any bullshit at all. You got one time, you got this many times to say something that I don't like, some fuckery, and I'm gone. And I don't make a big deal out of it. Tell dudes all the time, don't make a big deal out of it, man. Just float away. Just dissolve into the background, man, and move on to your next one. But when you get people who don't understand that, you get guys who out of the bottom 80, they've been invisible for the vast majority of their adult life, you know what I mean? And probably for all of their teenage years. And then bam, they hit that success mark, right? They start getting bread. Boom, you're a millionaire. Which $1 million a day ain't a whole lot of money, but it's better than most. So you're a millionaire and you're growing. Right? Got $1 million liquid. You probably got a business that's making 10, 15 million a year. You got employees. You're out here. You got clout. You're meeting people. You out here. Now you're visible. You got all these women looking at you, but you don't have the game to get the woman that you want. You just don't have the game. Someone like Ak, if I were Ak, you know what I mean? Or if I were to advise DJ Akademiks, I would say, Ak, man, you should go to flyover country. Stop going to LA. You in New York, stay out of the city in New York. Stop going to Miami. You know what I mean? Stop going to DC, Atlanta, Vegas. Don't go to those places. Go someplace like go to Oklahoma. Go to Montana. Go to Arkansas, Louisiana. You know what I mean? Stay out of New Orleans, but go to Louisiana. Go to Dallas, but go to those smaller towns. Go to Texas, but stay in the smaller towns. Don't go to Dallas, don't go to Houston. You know what I mean? Go to the, smaller places. Those towns like halfway between, like an hour outside of Dallas, an hour outside of Houston or something like that. El Paso and stuff like that. San Antonio, go to those type places. Small to mid-sized towns. And talk to the women who don't know you. Don't come with the flex. Don't come with the bread. Find you a beautiful woman who has no idea who you are and just start talking to her. Don't take her shopping. Don't pull up in a Lamborghini. Right? Don't tell her who you are. I would say do that and you just kind of work on your game. Right? You go to Michigan. Go to Grayling, Michigan, man. Go to Traverse City. Go to Traverse City, Michigan. Right? Do that. Go to these little small pockets. And you can find some just regular women who will talk to you and see if you can't not just run game on them, but see if you can't get them to be interested. because that's where the gold is in America. You got to go to flyover country. You can find, people keep saying there are no good women in America. Yes, there are. There are good women in America. You're just going to have to, you got to know how to pick, bro. You got to know how to pick. A lot of dudes, like, they want to go to Brazil, they want to go to Colombia, they want to go to Thailand. Like I said, the passport thing. And they're like, you're going to find, you just got better quality women over there. I'm not going to argue that point. But there are women out there who own that game as well. There are women out there in these very countries you go to who run the game on your ass. And if you can't sense the game that they're running, she's going to run your pockets just like these women in LA, Miami, New York. They're going to run your pockets too. It's the same thing. It's just they're presenting it different. They're more feminine, of course. But they're doing the same thing. Right? It's the same mission, bro. You know what I mean? Cody is like, bruh, like, don't date hoes. Don't date these 304s. 0 strikes. I'm with you on that, man. As soon as you see something. Elijah Jane, yeah. That was shorty, man. That's another one, man. Stay away from that. Even in Miami, like, people talk about, man, Miami got these bad women. I think it was ML, like, John, is that Modern Life dating guy? He's talking about, like, Miami's a shithole, this and that. South Beach is a rough place to go out there and try to, get on with women. Brickell is a rough place. If you don't know what you're doing, Brickell can be rough. But Homestead, Kendall, Hialeah, Doral, right? And then on into Broward, like Miami Lakes. Like, bro, there's so many pockets. So many pockets. You go to Coral Gables, Coconut Grove. There's so many pockets where you can just come up on regular women who have been raised traditionally, quote unquote, because their family are from these places. They may be first or second generation Americans, so they still have a very strong family structure. They got mom, they got dad, grandma, grandpa, like, they're there. They are there. You can meet them. But you got to know what you're doing. If you're just going to Brickell, you're just going to Wynwood, South Beach, you're going to meet a certain type person. And those people normally are transplants. They don't even live it. They ain't even grow up in South Florida. Again, you got to know the game to figure out what's going on and how to pick the right ones. So when guys get money and they're used to being invisible, they got all this bread, they got all these women, and they just go for the, I want this, I want that. I mean, it's not working out for them. Especially with act, and then you add to the mix. You got guys that are trying to get over on him. They don't respect him. I think there's hope for Act, man. I think there's people out there going to talk to him. I think the guy, I think he can turn it around. I think he can find himself in a position where he can, really work on his game and just kind of work it, rock it out, find what he really looking for, what he really want. He just got to have the right folks around him. Fresh could definitely help him out with that. Myron could help him out with that. But when you get these low tier guys, you get these bottom 80 dudes, these dudes still in the streets, really. These guys are they looking for a way to get fed. That's who you got around you. And you having these parties and you paying for everything, like, man, that's all right. I'm treating, I got this, I got that. I'm getting you here, you can take my car and go here, this and that. You don't know, man, you don't know what you setting yourself up for. You let somebody take your car, you have no idea what they're doing in your car. No idea what's in your car. So when you jump in the whip and you gonna run over real quick, let me run over real quick to 7-Eleven or something like that, and you get pulled over, routine traffic stop, and then they find a package under the seat. They found a pistol under the seat. You the only one in the car. The police ain't asking who's this is yours. It's yours, bro. You know what I mean? Now, what's in that package? You know what I mean? What you dealing with? Some green? You dealing with some powder? You dealing with some Hayron? What's in that package? You gotta be careful who's around you, man. You gotta be so careful. Quit looking for cheat codes. So many guys are looking for cheat codes. You've made the money. Now you got to really work on your game. Focus on your game. Don't lead with your wallet. Don't, man. I tell people all the time, like, man, I ain't got nothing, bro. Like, this ain't mine. People ask me all kind of stuff. Nice car, man. That ain't my car. You know what I'm saying, man? That's a nice hat you wearing. I stole it. You know what I mean? I don't. I ain't on that. I ain't got nothing. I want you to think I'm destitute. I have nothing. And we got women out here who think I ain't got nothing and they still want to come over here and holler at me. That's the woman I want to be with. It's easy to be the guy who paying for everything. It's easy to be the guy without a clout. Yeah, them women gonna come running. But now you're dealing with the Selena Powells and the, you know what I mean, the Eliza Janes of the world. You're dealing with the strippers and the OF girls, man. Come on now. Why you? And you dealing with women like that dude, that basketball player who married the adult film star. Now they say that was fake, but whatever. He did marry her and she was an adult film star, so I don't know how fake it was. You dealing with that. Your money run out and she about run out in the streets. King Dre said it on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Like, you dealing with a woman who sells her own body for money. You think she won't sell you? That's all game. You got to learn that game. Build yourself up. It's going to be a slow progression as you learn. Get out there. Take your L's. Hey, go out there. I said, go out by yourself. I got people leaving comments when I talked about that on one of my shorts. Go out by yourself. Well, you saying I can't have any friends? Anybody say that, bro? Just go out by yourself. I'm about to go out myself right now. About to go finish getting ready to change. Go out. You know what I mean? Probably just have me a little drink or something because I ain't been out. I ain't been out since the 31st. Let me run out real quick. I'm going to go out by myself. I'm going to go kick it, talk to folks. Who knows who I'm going to meet? I'm going to network. Who knows what the night's going to bring? But I'm not afraid to go outside by myself. I'm a man. I can take care of myself. I can handle myself. You know, so go out by yourself. Get your fashion together. When you do go out, look like a gentleman. When you talk to women, learn how to listen. Get the conversation started and just let her talk, bro. Let her talk. All this takes time to learn. It's a skill. And that's what this game is, bro. It's a skill, and you gotta hone your skills, man. So shout out to everybody who rocked out with us tonight, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. I really, really do. The new year's here, bro. Let's get on it, man. Let's get on it. Let's 2024, man, make it happen. Make 2024 a year to remember, guys and ladies. Miss Globe Girl was in the house. You know, appreciate you. Make 2024 a year to remember. Get out here, get after it, people. Get after it. For those people out there like the passport bros, man, I ain't mad at y'all being passport bros, but work on your game. Instead of getting mad at people like me and King Dre and whoever, work on your game. That's all hey, man, do what you're doing, but understand. If you a mark in America, you a mark in Colombia. That's just how it works. You don't want to be the mark. So work on your game. You know what I mean? Shout out to King Dre, man. Please go over there and check out the Captain Saver Bro podcast, man. King Dre on YouTube. We're going to link it in the description. Go over there, like and subscribe. He is dropping real game. And if y'all really wanting to hear some player game, some real player game, check out Dose of Game on YouTube. Dose of Game. That brother, wow. Even for someone like me, like, wow. Again, I'm not a player. A lot of people accuse me of being a player. I just understand the game from a player perspective, and I move accordingly. I'm not a true player. If I was a true player, bro, I'll be moving a whole different way. Like a whole different way. It ain't hard. It really ain't hard. Maybe I'll get back to that ism after my daughter is grown. Maybe, become the silver fox for real and just run that game. I might. I don't know. But right now, today, I'm not a player. I just understand the game. And I want y'all to understand the game as well. So thanks for rocking out with me, man. This has been fun. You know what I mean? I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to talk about. I think I'm going to talk about family court tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk about the MRA movement, men's rights stuff. I recently rewatched The Red Pill. If you guys have never watched the Red Pill documentary, watch it. Just put in The Red Pill documentary on YouTube, a free version to come up. Watch it. Watch it. That was a really good documentary. So yeah, I might talk a little bit about that tomorrow. And that's it for now, y'all. It's time for me to get up out of here. My old ass got to hit these streets, man, just so I could keep my game sharp. Y'all should be doing the same. I'm DL Saint. This is the I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.